Okay. So the way I'm thinking about this one... Oh, shoot, he took Romber. Oh, man. I really wanted to play Romber here. Okay, well... Shoot. Play Ariana. I just don't trust that she's any good in the first position. Is CGA good for her? Probably not. Probably not. Leto is the correct play. Even though I'd like to play Ariana, I just don't see that working. She doesn't have any cards in the row that would support her. Okay, so no ring, which is good. Seek allies, fold space. We'll just use our ring to get it back. So like next round we use ring first action, second action interstellar. And we can actually diplomacy to Hardy Warrior second action, and we may not even have to do that if we want. Although Beast is going to have 2 actions and probably his signet ring, so it's probably not the best idea to rely on that. But any placement in this combat will give us spice that we can use for our signet ring. So at that point then we could use signet ring to go to a lot of spaces. Really what we don't want is we don't want the person who wins this combat to then go ahead of us next round and then go to fold space, which is very likely actually because all of them go ahead of me. I'm probably not going to win the combat. It is an argument in favor of Hardy Warriors to deny that faction bump to somebody else. I'd like to have Chief Guild Administrator, but it's not going to happen. I only have 2 persuasion, and I can't make that better. I could have gone Wealth Mentat. I don't think that would have been the play, though. Not going first. So yeah, so Beast puts in 3 and has another action. We could Hardy Warriors 4, we get to 6. But I don't love that play. We'll probably just end up tying him. We go to 8 strength, no, 10 strength. I mean, he will have the option of going to Carthag, most likely. We could Wealth. That might be better. Because Leto cashes out at 5, and that's... Yeah, I think that's better. But we kind of want to place, and no other leader has actually gone into this combat. Let's go Wealth. Each Solari goes farther on this leader. And then we still have our water, so we can go to Haga Basin next round if we want to, although we probably won't want to do that. Imperial Basin provides a better exchange rate. The goal is that they tie. That would be ideal. The reason I went Wealth is 2 Solari. If we go up, down, that's 5 Solari, and then we instantly have enough for our Swordmaster next round with Leto's discount. Although it wouldn't be a round 2 Swordmaster because we won't have the extra action unless we Mentat, which we're probably not going to do. And even if we did, that would defeat kind of the point. We'd lose a Solari. So Helena gets power play, it looks like. Early reveal too, which is kind of weird. I've seen a lot of that recently from Helena's. I don't know why. Like, Carthag is a better play, I think. Unless you just really don't have... I guess she doesn't have another way to get persuasion. So yeah, like, she has 5. She can only play these, so she can't go to Carthag. If she plays Dune to Haga Basin, she loses access to power play. And only gets CGA. I don't get anything. This is a horrible reveal. Okay, well, if you're gonna just get CGA anyway, why? Okay, whatever. And then there's Shai-Hulud, which makes me think, well, if only I had gone Ariana. But, you know, you had no idea that was going to be the top card of the deck. Okay, so it looks like, okay, Beast is going to get it. So it kind of becomes a question of, like, does Romber smuggle out again, or does he take the fold space? If he takes the fold space, that's ideal, because that blocks both of anyone from me, basically, besides me, from getting it. I don't think he'll do that. I think he'll probably take just the Swordmaster. Although he doesn't have Swordmaster. Like, yeah, that only gets him to 7, so maybe he does go fold space. We'll see. Looks like Beast has some kind of bug. Okay. So we draw a Signet Ring and yellow, so we can do the Interstellar play if we want to. We also have 7 Persuasion. I would really love to get a crack at Shai-Hulud. But I didn't gather any spice, so that really makes this difficult. Romber just goes smuggling. That's unfortunate for me, because it means Beast is probably going to go fold space. And then at that point, sure, I can use my ring, but that's not going to get me anywhere. Yeah. Like, it'll allow me to contest full space, but that's not really enough. Question is, if we reconnaissance and draw a dagger, we've gone down to 6. I don't think Tech Negotiation would still be available, but maybe, because Romber has 2 spice. So we kind of risk the Shai-Hulud. I think we'd have to do it anyway. The only problem is, if we Arakeen, we're guaranteed not to use Signet Ring this round. There's no chance if we use Signet Ring to get Shai-Hulud. So, Reconnaissance, Arakeen. We have the most troops. Okay, we did draw Dagger, unfortunately. We just kind of have to hope the Tech Negotiation is still available. We also have to hope that Helena doesn't screw us. But she's got 1 action, so if she grabs the... She doesn't have her... Oh, she does have her ring. Oh, shit. So, okay, so we probably just Signet Ring to Haga Basin then, if available. Or we can Mentat, actually. I think if she grabs Shai-Hulud, we probably Mentat. Let's see what happens. Because I think she's going to play her ring. Now, if she can't get to Shai-Hulud, and she probably can't, maybe she would take the power play off the row instead. In which case, we're safe. It's interesting to me that she didn't use Signet Ring first action. Like, she felt like maybe there was someone who was going to contest the still suits. Which is a good space, so it makes sense. And she's the only one with two water now, so she can hostage the Great Flat. Hardy Warriors. Okay, interesting. Okay, so she really wants the combat, I guess. That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to fight her on it, especially now that Carthag is gone. But that means I can pretty much lock in Shai-Hulud, which is fantastic. Yeah, you got it, girl. It's all yours. Bank a negotiator, which with these techs does matter. Romber with 4 doesn't get you anything useful, really. Does he have the CGA? No, Helena has that. What did he get? Nothing? He didn't buy anything last round. He gets the shock trooper. Oh, there's the delegate. Okay, that's going to draw some attention. Okay. That goes away pretty quickly, and when you get a second copy of the recruiter. Beast with 4, also nothing useful, but maybe he wants some recruiters to go with the signet ring. I wouldn't. Those cards step on each other's toes. Unless you have like wind traps or something. We probably will not draw a signet ring next round. Helena with... Let's see, why didn't you signet ring power play? I think that just would have been the overall better move. But I play Helena differently than other people do, so no big deal. But getting Shai-Hulud round 2 is going to be huge. We're going to play... Basically, we're going to be playing Armand with a better economy. So, we just got yellow. So let's trash our Dune. That way we don't kill our access to interstellar shipping. We have a chance to draw Shai-Hulud next round, because we're going to draw 1 from the discard pile, and full space will draw us a card 2. That gives us a spice we can use for ring. Feeling pretty comfortable here. The Beast getting another crack at Interstellar sucks, but that was going to happen regardless of whether or not we had gone to full space. Okay. Good card for Leto, but not going to be a card for Leo for a long time. My favorite combat. So the card we drew, I think, was a dagger. Maybe it was convincing. I don't remember, but this is what we got in here. These are the 2 cards we care about. Beast goes Haga Basin. Doesn't go Interstellar, which is interesting. And he has yellow access. Like, that is yellow access. I don't know if he forgot or he just really wants the combat. Nobody has their Swordmaster, and it's already round 3. Or is he changing his mind? Did he forget that he had Interstellar and now he's changing his mind? Yeah, it looks like that's what's happening. I don't think Helena at 0 guild influence is going to go to fold space. So probably our first action is fold space, fold space. Yeah. Okay. He does the smart thing. That does allow us to get that Haga Basin, though. If Helena passes on it, which she might not. Gets Holo Projectors. I would have gone with Training Drones for Beast, but that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Got 3 Solari. We only need 4 more to get Swordmaster on this leader. A visit to wealth. Would that do us any good? We could guarantee our Swordmaster next round if we went Haga Basin Conspire. Teach Tabor. Okay, interesting. I think on a green leader like this, we do want to get that Swordmaster ASAP. Beast has 4 troops, so I just don't want to fight him for it. The thing we could do is we could go smuggling, fold space, but we're really not guaranteed to get that. So I think the better play is fold space to Haga Basin, especially with its allied armada and just being Lido. I don't see any reason to deploy here. We really don't have much of a chance at that. Unfortunately, we're going to draw a Signet Ring and not play it again, which I kind of hate. We also need to consider our persuasion buy. Maybe Dagger Shuttle Fleet actually might be better. It gives us 2 Solari next round. So already half of what Conspire would have given us. Remember, does not cash out. Yeah, I think Shuttle Fleet's actually just a fantastic tech on Lido. And if we do that, we have enough persuasion to get the power play, assuming that the first 2 players don't take it. But Conspire is a good fail case. Especially since we have a fairly depleted garrison. I don't think Beast will go tech negotiation because he's got 4 troops in garrison, and this is a good combat that you want to be a part of. Goes to Air King. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So, draws a card. Now, the card draw means there's a good chance that we don't have power play available, but 6 persuasion's a lot better than 4. If we're at 6, I feel that we're relatively comfortable to where we could probably get whatever happens to show up. It is weird to have a diplomacy and a signet ring in hand and just say I don't want to play it. Either of them. That's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. I could dagger Mintat. What's the value of that, though? I mean, yeah, it's a cheap Mintat. Yeah, it lets us respond quicker. Maybe that we draw Shai-Hulud? It's worth considering. Actually, we can take Signet Ring. We can take Signet Ring up here and end up on 5 because we have a negotiator from last round. But no, because if we do that... the problem with that is we... yeah, that doesn't actually work. Because then we need 7 spice basically to do that. Maybe it does work. This is enough. The space gives us 1. So like, let's see what happens. So if I go here, this takes me down. I think this works actually. So we go up with Guild. And then, are we still able to buy Shuttle Fleet? We are. Yep. Okay, cool. And then we don't even have to go up with Guild now if we don't want to. But Solari is nice. And so what we can do that... Let's think about this. Let's go with the Emperor for sure, because we don't want to have to visit him again. And Guild, because getting ahead of Beast is nice. And hey, we don't have our High Council yet. And there's detonation devices in the row. So there's multiple reasons why we would want Solari, in addition to restricted ordnance showing up. And now we still reveal with 5. So we still reveal with enough to get a power play. Helena will not be getting power play. Beast could, though. And if he does... He doesn't. Okay. I am open to other options, though. Like, power play is not the highest priority. The 5-cost card for me. I'd rather get something good that I can flog to death because I'm using Shai-Hulud within my deck. Which we're going to draw. Like, we're going to draw this next round. So we're already starting that engine. Does she buy a card from the row? Shuttle Fleet on Leto is so good, honestly. No, she gets another liaison. Doesn't she already have a liaison? I don't know. Reveal. Happily take a power play. Turns out that tech negotiation wasn't just an extra persuasion. Like, that spice we banked last round ended up being able to be used for the signet ring, being really good. Leto's not really a tech leader. I mean, maybe a little bit with the Dreadnought discount. But generally, no. Okay, Beast trashes. Gets the point. Still like these 2 cards. This is a little anti-synergistic with Shai-Hulud because you want to trash it to itself. And Helena is now hostaging this incredibly fat flat. Okay, Shai-Hulud. Unfortunately, we shuffled, so we don't want to play it first action. But we're gonna. We're gonna trash a dagger. Which I kind of hate because we haven't purchased any green. We do want to be cognizant of this Fremen bond. Some liaisons would go a long way in this deck. Honestly, Chris Knife's not bad here. The Solari goes farther. You can trigger Fremen bond. It's faction access. That's a really weird play. That is a really strange play. He must have a horrible hand. Shai-Hulud. Trash dagger. Advance. Advance. Unfortunately, we don't get to deploy the troops, but that's okay. Oh shoot! I was supposed to cash out. Well, if I did, I would have given Romber Swordmaster, so it kind of would defeat the point. I think we just Mentat though. It's fine. We could High Council. That would put us to 5, but there's really nothing here worth having. Like, I guess 5 is these 2, which is good. This is a very slow game though, like, in practice. If we High Council, the problem is we don't contribute to the combat. So I think Mentat is the play, and it's not going to be available to Helena. So, yeah, let's do Mentat. Man, I wish I had played Ariana this game, because I got Shai-Hulud. I don't think anyone actually wants Chris Knife besides me. Maybe Helena does, because she bought a bunch of liaisons. Let's see, Beast has Terrible Purpose and 2 faction friendships. Emperor and... same as me. Come on, Helena. I don't know what you're planning, but just go ahead and do your thing. Well, also, she gave up. Like, this is gonna get so crazy that she gave this up. Hardy Warriors. What is she doing? I'll just go to one of these two spaces and still beat her in combat, probably. Or Beast will use a Signet Ring and do the same. This is going to get so crazy. Water became so much more valuable. Why wouldn't you go to Still Suits? Oh my god, she's running out of time. Oh no, she's going to have her turn played for her. Okay. Yeah. Manipulates the... Well, the AI manipulates the shifting allegiances. Okay, so... Mentat. Ooh. Okay, well... That's fine. We like to go to Carthage or Arakeen anyway. Yeah, Romber has the right idea. You need to get the water here. Beast goes to Swordmaster. Right? He's got 5 cards in hand. There's no way he doesn't have green. If we had drawn guild access, this would have been a lot easier. We could have just gone to full space and had our Swordmaster. Come on, man. Your play is very clear. You go Swordmaster. I know you have green access. This doesn't have to be an ordeal. Cool. Okay. It reveals for 8, which is cool, but it's like, you know, there's not a Kwisatz out there. What are you... What was the whole point of this? Like, these are good techs. The spice would have been worth it. I don't see a reason why he wouldn't go Swordmaster here, I'm gonna be honest. Like, that's clearly the play. As evidenced by the fact that that's what he ended up deciding on. Maybe he didn't want to get blocked from these spaces? I don't think so. Okay, so she got Imperial Spy, Shifting Allegiances. That's going to leave her with even more. Okay, so a Recruiter, so she's just going to fill her deck up with low-cost junk, basically. And this is worth more than the Chris Knife, I'm sorry to say. What's that think it is? Maybe not. So, I think we'd rather have the Intrigue card. Okay, this is cool. So, what we can do here, we can deploy 1, deploy 2, and then we can wait and see what the Beast does. And if he comes out over top of us, which is probably what he's going to do, he's probably going to go to Arakeen. We can rapid mobilization the other 2 in instead. Oh, damn it. Come on, Romber. I think this is maybe one of the worst Intrigue cards in the game, to be honest. I don't like it at all. He doesn't have any intrigues, so it's just going to be basically like, what is he revealed for? He already played 2 daggers, I think, this round. He's trashed 1. He's got 1 in play. Hardy Warriors, okay. So If he puts all 4 of them in, which is probably what he's going to do, a rapid mobilization doesn't help. Yeah, like that just ties us up. So we just keep this in reserve. Very sad. Get the Chris knife. Wonder if Liaison's better because it has a green. I think as long as we can access our Swordmaster, we're basically okay. He didn't reveal any daggers, but this was kind of the one spice we couldn't let him have. Very sad. Whatever. A water and an injury is pretty good, especially with this happening. Now Helena actually does end up getting to 2 water again because she came in 3rd here. Okay. Problem is if we... So Shuttle Fleet gets us almost there. Almost... Is there a tech that we want? Restricted Ordnance is really freaking good. I hate losing Interstellar, but like, if we go to Fold Space, we get that, we guarantee the Swordmaster without giving Romber priority over us. Actually, we can do that with Signet Ring. We go advance. Call. We get Spice. We go up Emperor. And that gives us a Solari. We don't have to pay anybody else. Then we pay another Spice. Then we get detonation devices. But that was our green access, so we screwed ourselves. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ugh. I can't even go High Counselor Mentat to save myself. I can't even go... Oh, Lord. This is bad. Yeah, I screwed that up bad. It would have been perfectly fine if we had just used Dune the Desert Planet. Problem with going power play to Fremen is that we don't actually get the Alliance. Even though Chris Knife means that we're likely to end up with the Alliance. Like, probably better to go secrets. We goofed that up bad. Man. Yeah, that's bad. I don't even know if we want to win this combat. Like, we don't need Solari at this point. We've got a Shuttle Fleet, 10 Solari. That's functionally all we're going to need for the rest of the game. So it's just like, do you want the Mentat next round and a Intrigue? And I think the answer is still yes. It just depends on how badly the other guys fight for it. Like, Beast is going to make it painful to... Well, he doesn't have an alliance. It's actually not that bad. Like, rapid mobilizing 3 in is not the end of the world. But, you know, who knows what he adds later. Okay, Helena, make sure I never get Interstar shipping again. The funny thing is she doesn't have the water. So actually we do want to power play to still suits. Put 2 in. If Beast goes to a city, then we could rapid mobilize. Man, why did I play Signet Ring there? For Persuasion is probably just Imperial Spy. Our deck is too small for Gene Manipulation to really not be clashing, honestly, at this point. Although it does have 2 Persuasion, and it does go to green. I think, weirdly enough, Arrakis Liaison's better. We could get Gene Manipulation and Mission Area, and then just kind of trash down to that. So Beast went to add another troop. The problem is, if we rapid mobilize, we run the risk of Beast just, like, going to Arakeen. He just played 2 city access. Maybe not. Helena could go to Siege Tabor and then beat us to the Great Flat next round. Actually, so could Romber. Helena's not going to do that, though. She's going to go... She's playing really weird. Dreadnought with no spice? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Tech Negotiation is better, but you still can't buy anything. I guess she's trying to get to Worm Riders. Like, I really don't know what she's doing. But if she's trying to get to Worm Riders, then why would she even put Dreadnought... a dagger on Dreadnought in the first place? It doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't give her the persuasion. It's just weird. Man, I don't know. I think we kind of need the actions. Problem is we don't know what Beast is going to reveal. He could have daggers. He trashed one of them, though, so, like... Let's reveal first. Get the Imperial spot. But God, I don't want to go to the Emperor. Like, that's the issue. Is I don't need the Solari. I just don't. I think we go Liaison. Let's go Liaison and Spy. It's fine. I mean, an intrigue card's an intrigue card. And... just put these in. I don't want to deal with this. I want more actions, and I want my spice. So, whatever. Probably a bad play. We'll see. Romber to High Council. Does he have Ordnance? No, he has Holtzman. Okay, so he's going the Spice Must Flows. That's fine. Yeah, that was not the play, I don't think. Yeah, he goes Arakeen, of course he does. He's just really committed to combats. And because I screwed up my Swordmaster, I don't have the priority to outlast him.
And
okay, so she's at 8 again, which is like a lot. It doesn't, like, 8's not a critical threshold here. You don't need that to get Worm Riders. She gets the Worm Riders. Just, I don't know, just strange. And to be fair, she's got a good shot at the Fremen Alliance. I think Chris Knife means that I'm likely to get it instead, but I understand why she would like to do that. But I still don't think that, like, tech negotiation was necessary. She was going to get it without that. And it's not like the Spice Smugglers was doing anything, really. Romber reveals 6. That's probably power play. I guess Romber also wanted... Romber probably wanted the Worm Riders. Although it conflicts with his Holtzman engine strategy. Come on, man, just get your power play. That's the clear thing to do. We are going to be able to reveal this Chris Knife for a bump this time. So probably, like, if we can, which we can, Shai Halud to Great Flat is going to be an insane amount of spice. Okay, we won the combat, which is awesome. So let's get even more spice. That gives us the ability to use this Allied Armada. Only one green access hurts me. Hurts me to see that. We don't even have to get this. We can wait as long as we need to. We have enough Solara, we can get any green stuff we want. The access is bad, though. It's not good. And getting Swordmaster around 6 is such a blunder. These guys play kind of slow, too. The game kind of went by fast. Like, we're already at round 6. It doesn't feel like that at all. Dispensation's almost not necessary. Like, we're gonna get 8 spice from this. Spy Satellites is only 1 point because it's only this, but we could use our spice for it. Probably it's nothing. I think we kind of squandered Leto's advantages because what Leto's good at is getting these online early, right? And we just didn't do that. Doesn't use a signet ring. We need to start winning combats. I think we could, with Shai Halud, we have a very good chance of winning this one. The question is kind of next one, because our garrison's empty. We're not Ilbon. Like, we don't draw cards when we do this stuff. So we kind of need to even really consider a research station. Our deck's access is just plain bad. I wonder if Helena is going to go to still suits. She's seems kind of obsessed with Fremen this game, and she probably has the access. Come on, man. We're gonna have 4 actions this round. We don't really have to. The funny thing is, we don't have to play the Swordmaster early at all because, like, there's not really a threat from Helena unless she goes to, like, I don't know. If she goes Wealth, then we probably do go to Swordmaster just to block off the possibility of a windfall. Which hasn't been played yet. God, I wish they were stop being so slow. It's been like 10 minutes, and they've only taken 2 actions. Haga Basin. Okay. Did she take Fremen Alliance with that? Kind of would make my Chris Knife pretty bad if she did. Yeah. Okay, well, she only actually goes up 1, so it's as if she had gone to still suits, basically. That's fine. Okay, so the question is... This is tough, because, like... I think what we do, actually, is we Chris Knife... We Chris Knife to still suits. Kind of threaten that alliance. And we get enough spice to... We get enough water to where we can do both of these actions. And we won't forfeit our threatening of the Great Flat. If we go research station. Which I think this is a research station round because our hand is kind of bad and we would really benefit from getting some of the stuff on the table here. Okay, well, High Council's off the table. So maybe we don't even do research station. We go like Shai Halud here, Dagger here, but then that only leaves us reconnaissance left over. Okay, Helena Wealth means that we definitely don't wait any longer. He's got 3 intrigue cards, so if even one of them is windfall, then we have an issue. Can also Shai Halud reveal. I don't think we're going to do that. Okay, did he glimpse the path? Okay, that's kind of a weird... Oh, he wants to threaten the flat. That's fine. We Shai Halud. Yeah, we Shai Halud. It's not a big deal. I think getting rid of Dune is better. Deploying this is interesting because I think we do it because we're going to have a city access at the end here. And we have the Allied Armada. Romber Siege Tabor. Bad news for us. But, like, Beast can only go to one of these cities and we'll have access to the other one. Although that doesn't really get us there. I mean, it does with Allied Armada, but we kind of want to save that for next round. We don't really have any ways to get points besides combats. Beast is going to proceed to take the longest turn you've ever seen. if the game ends next round, I'm going to be very sad. Inspire. Okay, interesting. Take steps towards the alliance. Has Loyal Subject been played yet? I think it has. Yeah, favored subject, whatever. Helena reveals 5. Nothing in the row really to make that worthwhile. I'd like this Truesayer though. Shifting allegiances actually is the highest priority thing here, but Truesayer would be second. Given that there's 3 people revealing before us, we're not going to get it. Yeah, like C. Didn't last very long. Question now is what are we going to do with all this spice? We have a decent shot of getting Highliner next round, so maybe we don't worry too much about that. So, Swordmaster. And we get last say on the round. So, like, Romber's 4 daggers ahead of us, but... Okay, 6 daggers ahead of us. Still, we have 7 in hand, so... Unless he has a combat card, we can take it. And that also means that if we want to... If we play this card and he has, like, a tiebreaker, we're going to feel really dumb. He takes the other card we wanted. At this point... I don't want to trigger a shuffle. So I think it's Carthag instead is the play. Although there is some question of like how useful is a research station. We have like would research station get us to treachery? Well, the answer is no because treachery is not available. So yeah, there you go. Okay, voice is good. Voice is a solid 2-cost card. I'm happy with. Yeah, so let's do this. Okay, that makes me feel better. This is just a point in all likelihood. Keep the troop in reserve. Reveal for 2. Grab voice. And turn. Go to combat. Romber, what you got? I mean, nothing right now, but like, we allied Armada. Now what you got? Cool. We don't get detonation devices, sadly. We do kind of want to put a high priority on getting to Dreadnought next round, funny enough. There's only one space in the game that does that, and we don't have a lot of choices. Okay, cool, diplomacy. So we've got the Highliner play, and it's starting to look like we may never get over to BG. So it turns out that Spy Satellites is a point, possibly. We win this combat with a Dreadnought. That's 3 points. That's 9. We could Signet Ring up Emperor too. It's assuming that Beast doesn't just take the Alliance though, which he probably will. Hardy Warriors is good too, because that steals the Alliance from Helena. In fact, I wonder if our first action shouldn't just be Research Station. Because there's 3 people that have 2 water. Ugly. Not gonna lie, that's kind of ugly. Yikes. He might beat us even with Highliner. War Chest would bail us out, but yeah, not great. Okay. Do you go research station? Yes or no question. You have no troops, so it's not amazing for you. We really want to draw back into Shai-Hulud and Chris Knife. That's really the common theme here. My god, these guys take forever. Smuggling, okay. Interesting. Presumably he uses smuggling to cash out and bump himself on Fremen because he's afraid of me taking Fremen from him. Even though that's not really high on my priority list at all. Yeah. And he can lock that in. It's not hard for him to do. Makes him play inefficiently, but I'm really more worried about Beast than him. So let's go... Interesting. We could actually voice, and I think voice is better here. Because if we voice block Dread or block Mentat, either of those would be good. So let's draw our cards first. Chris Knife, Shai-Hulud, Imperial Spy. We'll deploy our one troop. Nothing crazy. Mnemic Film is actually really good here. So I think we block... Dread. The problem is we don't get the war chest if we grab a Dreadnought. We don't have enough persuasion really to get a high council seat, or a spice must flow. So maybe the Mnemic Film isn't worth it. Imperial Basin, that's not enough spice. Not enough spice for me to care. But he does send his Dreadnought in. And the interesting thing will be seeing what Beast does. Because Beast has 2 actions, potentially 3 if he goes to Mentat to deploy to this combat. An argument in favor of me having blocked Mentat, certainly. Yeah. So, I mean, the number of actions he has to actually deploy to combat end up the same, 2 actions. But he takes them later, so I have a harder time responding to them. Is training drones... I think training drones ends up being better than Mnemic Film here. Because we're not going to get the Spice Must Flow. But if we get training drones, we can't use our Signet Ring. If we can use our... Which, yeah, is kind of sad, because, using Signet Ring here... You know, if Helena does not go to Fremen right now, we can use Signet Ring here to take Fremen Alliance from her. With Chris Knife. Hardy Warriors. Okay, so he does go to Fremen. So, value of Signet Ring went down a fair bit here. Nobody has visited BG. Is kind of funny. So I guess we do get Mnemic Film. No. No. Cancel. We just don't use the Signet Ring. Yeah, we get training drones and don't use the Signet Ring. We're going to reveal quite a number of daggers. This is 6, 7, in addition to everything we deploy, and we have a war chest, so we're going to win the combat. That'll get us to 9. Like, I don't think Beast can stop us. He does have 3 intrigue cards, so maybe I shouldn't be so confident. Okay, Romber is, I guess, maybe he thinks I don't have guild access. And if the game doesn't end this round, I can always just use the war chest. If the game doesn't end this round, like if I still have war chest and the game doesn't end this round, I can use it for a point next round using Shuttle Fleet. And I feel like if I don't know this is going to win me the combat, I probably shouldn't play it. My God, dude, please. I don't think... So Romber and Helena... One of Romber or Helena will not be getting anything out of this. Probably Helena. Because Romber has another action. But I don't know, because he's like trying to... It's kind of weird. I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? It's a point, and it lets him deploy. Even if it's only 2 troops. That's better than the worst case scenario of him going to like Carthage and Arakeen. For sure. All right, Helena, what do you got? 1 dagger. Yeah, you're not winning this. Why did you even put 4 troops in? Her play has been really weird this game. Really weird in ways that has advantaged me. With Hardy Warriors taken, there's kind of a limit to what the Beast can do here. He could trash his Treachery somehow. Signet Ring is in hand. Okay, so he's going to use Signet Ring, and he has an alliance, so it is going to be a lot of troops. I just don't think it's going to be enough for him to stop me. It kind of will come down to, like, War Chest, probably. We're going to have 2 water. Helena will have 0 water. So we'll have first dibs on Research Station again. Sadly, this Chris Knife didn't turn out as planned. Okay, man, come on. You're going to play Signet Ring to Carthage or Arakeen. One of the 2, probably Carthage. Just do it. Like, this is not that complicated. Like, I've been able to tell you what your plays are going to be, you know, 2 or 3 minutes before you've done them. Right now, he is at 8. He probably deploys 4 troops on his turn. Siege Tabor. Okay, interesting. Not what I would have done, but Signet Ring is Siege Tabor. Deploys 4 troops. Goes from 8 to 16. That's 1 behind me. And it means that he does still have... Onus is still on him to play an intrigue card. I'm going to reveal a bunch of daggers, so I think I'll be okay. But, yeah. We'll see. He has 3 intrigue cards and 2 cards in hand. Dagger isn't one of them. And his Treachery's in his discard pile. Okay, yeah. So we reveal. Go to 24. 4 persuasion. I mean, maybe Spice Hunter, but what's the point of Fremen access at this point, really? These cards all kind of suck. Let's just do liaisons. Well, we have 2 convincing arguments in hand. But we're gonna be early in turn order, so 2 liaisons does give us a decent shot at Mentat. High Council, like there's a lot of things we like. Dreadnought, we actually do want to have a critical mass of green probably. And because Mentat only costs 1 for us, we can go to Mentat and still get the war chest. Okay, Romber ends up actually being the one that's not getting anything out of this. Romber's at 3. That's ugly. that sucks. Holds him an engine, but he doesn't not getting any Spicemas flows. I think Romber's a decent leader, but he's having trouble. Basically, he has to make up quite a number of daggers, and that's not going to do it. Like 1 dagger from hand is not going to do it. He goes up to 17. That's quite a gap still. How are you going to undo your reveal? What else are you going to do? Are you going to like recall an agent or something? Come on, man. Okay, sure, whatever. That is actually pretty good. Like a card that adds 6 strength is significant. Yep, he undoes it again because he did it in the wrong phase. You got to reveal first and then play the card. Reveal, there you go. Go to 17. Add 6, get 1 behind me. Now you play your card. You can play your entry card, man. It's okay. Okay, he just chooses not to. I guess he doesn't have the other card he needs, so he can't do it. He's just gonna save it for next round. That's being generous. Based on this guy's behavior so far, maybe he just didn't understand how to play the card, which is probably more likely. So we're going to get 3 points off of this. And we just basically have to hold on next round. So we just blow up our Dreadnought. And hope that the next one isn't, 2 points. Okay, it is. So that's not great. Beast is going to end up getting 2 more. So we'll go to 8. Our hand sucks. A dagger to High Council would only put us to 8. But we can reconnaissance to Research Station. And Helena can't block it. And that bails us out. We have training drones, which is not going to really do anything. I almost wonder if we would have been better off with film. We can also Mentat. The only person that can... Everyone can Mentat, but only Beast can Research Station. So that's a decent argument for Mentat. The only problem is there's actually 3 liaisons. So, well, just kidding. We can't Mentat anyway. So we'll use the training drones. Why not? Let's reconnaissance, but not actually play the troop. Liaison, Shai Halud. Shai Halud will reveal for 5, but there's no way we win this, and I don't think it's worth... Well, let's put it in anyway, because if we draw Strong Arm, we can always just play the troop from the combat. It's not a big deal. That's 9, so... like, Dagger to High Council actually cost us a point. Yeah, this is awkward. I almost wonder if we just straight out reveal and hope the Beast can't get 4 points in one turn. We don't have the Spice for Spy Satellites. We could Shy Halud plus Dagger and not lose any persuasion. Spy Satellites reveal get to 11. But actually, no, we can't even do that because we don't have any water. So well, Counselor's Dispensation gets us the spice, but costs us the war chest. Of course, if it actually looks plausible, we could just try to win with war chest with combat. And Dreadnought is an option. That's like the super high roll. Like, you know, I almost don't even think that that's worth even thinking about doing, because like if we win the combat, like winning the combat's more difficult than doing these other options, and it gets us to like, you know, 13 points or something stupid like that. But we don't even need that. Like, that's not necessary. Wouldn't hurt to go to tech negotiation just to lock in that extra persuasion, I think. That would allow us to have the Solari to go to Dreadnought. But we're talking about 3 different actions at that point. Like, we don't have that many actions. Tech negotiation is gone. So basically, we either play Dagger. I guess it's not true. Every card in our deck except for Chris Knife does have Persuasion on it. So if we went to Arakeen, we would both get Solari, which could be used at Dreadnought, and we would also draw a card. I just don't think any of this is worth it, honestly. We have an endgame point. Spice Must Flow gets us to 11. That seems good enough to me. Plus, all of our cards that can even go to Arakeen are... Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So I can steal this alliance. I can steal this alliance. But if I do, I don't get Shy Halud, or I don't get the Spice Must Flow. But a point that, you know, that costs Helena a point is better than a point that doesn't. Yeah. We can go to, like, we can go Dagger to High Council and still get Spice Must Flow. Just it's awkward because it costs us our war chest point. That does allow us to use a war chest in the combat, but if we're being honest with ourselves, there's not really a chance that we win the combat anyway. Helena still doesn't have her Sword Master, which is kind of crazy. Mimic Film. Yeah. Really wishing I had bought that right now, huh? Horrible draw, GG. Yeah, GG, Helena. However, you were 5 points behind. I don't think a horrible draw would have saved you. Or a good draw would have saved you. Okay, so he's gearing up for Highliner. So we're definitely not winning the combat. The question is, can he pull two more points out of his butt? I'm thinking no, Um, but like maybe, right? Like he's got 3 intrigues, and he didn't play them. Well, we know what one of them is, but he didn't play 2 of them last round, implying that he couldn't use them to win the combat. So there's a good chance he has at least 1 point card in his hand. Plans within plans doesn't trigger. Neither does the Spice Must Flow one. The 3 text doesn't trigger. I don't know all the cards, so I don't know what he could have. Maybe he chooses not to go to Highliner and plays like Sleeper Must Awaken, which definitely hasn't been played, right? Yeah. I suppose one advantage of going High Council instead of using the War Chest is that we can use the Dispensation and get a little bit more spice for the tiebreaker. And Snoopers isn't on the row anyway, so not that it would matter. This is the end of the rank game. Nobody can take Fremen from me, and nobody can take Guild from me, so yeah. Yeah, so I think we do go this. It's guaranteed point. It does cost us a dagger, though. There's no chance that we win even with 1 dagger, so what does it matter? So yeah. Dispensation for 2 spice. Kind of a weak intrigue card. We got some kind of bad intrigue cards this game. I do think there's a decent shot of us. Well, we're gonna get 3rd probably in the combat, which is funny enough. Almost gets us to the war chest. If we get 2nd, we would get it, but 5 daggers is not enough for that. If Romber wins this combat, then we definitely win the game, because Romber is very far behind. I was hoping to play him this game. Three combat points and a detonation device this point. Okay, so Beast adds 3 more troops. And he goes to a city, presumably. Nope. Okay. This guy, I swear. What are you doing, bro? Okay, sure, yeah. Do it, man. Go to Highliner. Right? Is that what you're doing? I mean, he's going to run out of troops is the funny thing, but it's a good problem to have, because if they're all going to combat, he's going to win the combat. Karthik OP doesn't. So now we have to worry about Sleeper Must Awaken. 3 intrigue cards. It's pretty scary. Could easily win this game. Shai-Hulud doesn't do anything really. We grab Spice Must Flow. We go to 11. If the game goes another round, we certainly win. The question is... And I think we win if the game ends this round. Need one more tech. Okay, yeah. And he definitely beats us on the tiebreaker. Just a question of if he gets to 11 or not. Robert doesn't have any entry cards, so he can't he can't win the combat. That's so sad. That's so sad. He's 3 points. War chest doesn't do anything in the combat. Okay, machine culture to buy spy satellites, maybe? Mimic orders. He doesn't have it. Oh, he doesn't have it. Unless he has the guild authorization. Doesn't do anything. Oh. But if he negotiated withdraws, I think he still wins the combat? Spice must flow. Okay. So if he didn't do the withdraw, so he doesn't, like, yeah. So it's just a question of does he have a point entry, right? Because 1 point entry is all he needs to win the game. One Solari short. Does he do it? Nope. Nope. That was suspenseful. Ooh, okay. Got a Shai Hulud game with Oscar Isaac under our belt. Detonation devices too, which is a super fun technology to have. Feel really bad for these two because they just played so badly. But I mean, it really felt like a 1v1 between me and Beast with these guys playing blocker. Yeah, I don't know how much of a Shai Hulud game this ended up actually being, to be honest. The daggers were really good last round for the 2-pointer, 3-pointer, really, so it probably does end up being a deciding factor. The trash for troops was good, but I don't know how much the trash aspect of the equation mattered. It probably did. I mean, we trashed on round what, 3, I think? So, that probably did end up playing an effect. Trashing the dagger may have hurt us. We made a huge blunder in the mid game and still were able to overcome it. Sad that we weren't able to get that fun little treasury point, but yeah, I think this one came down to Leto being the best leader at the table, besides maybe Helena, and also Shai Hulud being good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I mean, Helena really... I was going to say she really screwed the pooch when she went down on in persuasion, but it really actually didn't make a difference because I say, okay, I go to still suits, right? That didn't do anything because I lost my 1 persuasion. So because I lost my 1 persuasion, I had to go to high council, thus losing my other point. So it ended up being 2 points either way. I could have early revealed, right, Shai Hulud plus intrigue card. That's 2 points. Or I could have gone here, 2 points. It's the same thing. It just lowers Helena's score. So, yeah, I don't know. Kind of an interesting little game. I don't get Shai Hulud very often, and I was hoping to get it with Ariana, but it's okay. We get a lot of tech. And Shuttle Fleet is really good on Leto. So maybe Shuttle Fleet is the MVP.